So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hello everybody, it's a new episode of Ho Ho Hong Kong. I'm your host, Mohammed Magdi. I am very happy and very late tonight. We're recording and you're listening on Monday, but we're recording on Sunday night for the sake of honesty. And I'm sitting here with my buddy.
That's right. It's me, Vivek Mabani, and this is fresh to the point. It's less than 24 hours old, people.
All right.
So I sound like this in less than 24 hours from the show.
Right.
And if for some reason I don't sound like this anymore, then you know you got the last version of me sounding this way. This is it.
There is a bit from Louis C.K.'s last special when he talks about a PSA for anti-smoking message. And he says it's a Puerto Rican man with a hole in his throat. And then he makes an impression of that man and he goes, my father smoked and my mother smoked. And then he goes on and then the bit goes, first question I had was, why does he still have an accent?
Yeah, exactly. By this generation.
No, but also like if the sound is coming out of his throat, he should have an accent.
That's also very true. Yeah, it's like by this time the device should already.
Exactly. It's like, does the device have an accent? Yeah.
That's actually quite sad, actually, because like I'm sure at some point someone in the technology department was like, should we include the accent?
That's one of his tags is like, does the setting have a thing for Puerto Rican?
Yeah, exactly. Like there's a dial.
Yeah.
You know, it's like my father was it, but my mother was it. You know, you like turn the dial and like change it. That'd be so cool to have like an accent dial where you're like, for this meeting I want to localize it a little bit.
Right.
But I don't want to be like too local because then I can't ask for a high price.
Yeah.
But for that meeting I have to be like completely expated. You know, like you're walking, you're like, hey everybody, let's talk invoices. You know.
Oh, that would be funny. Like if you have like a dial, and there's like different accents.
Yeah, two extremes. You pick like A and B, and like you have the middle ground where it's like both, where you have like the, let's say, the very very overly American accent,
right?
But with like, let's say, a little bit Hong Kong grammar.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, I want you all to add oil. You know what I mean?
And everyone's like, what the fuck is that?
What? I mean, what?
Do you have a fryer?
What exactly? I mean, Southern, that kind of voice does sound like it's used to fry stuff. Yeah. And you have that. You know, you get that. That'd be so good. Yeah. And like halfway through the whole the meeting, you can keep like playing with the dial, like a malfunction. All right, I want you all to add oil. Yeah. And right now we are going to hee-haw. It'd be so good, man.
What is the equivalent in Hong Kong of like someone who's like a hardcore like Southern like American?
I would
like
say
that
it's
typical like you know whatever Alabama
I guess
kind of
like
stereotype.
the triad kind of type. You know the old men in Victoria Park, that typical like old guy sitting there with like one foot on the table, right, and like the wife beater kind of thing. I think that would be the equivalent.
Is that? But that's someone from Hong Kong, not someone from mainland, correct?
Yes, from Hong Kong. Yeah. If it's mainland, then you've got the typical like that noodle shop with the Tam Jai noodle place, and I
love Tam Jai.
Yeah, they play off the idea that all their staff have that accent, the mainland Chinese accent, and that became the Tam Jai accent kind of thing. You know, so they played off of that.
Is that like in the pop culture? Is it called the Tam Jai accent?
No. But like it's understood that place, all the ladies working there have that accent, so they know like, if you work in Tam Jai, then you must be that accent. It became part of the brand. Yeah. So you have that.
Speaking of like, I have a lot to rant about, but like one of the things I took my family, people who have been following every episode know that my family's in town. I've been doing touristy bullshit with them. But one of the things that I did with them was the Peak for the second fucking time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the Sky Terrace, right? I don't know if you have ever been to the Sky Terrace as a local.
Is it the U-shaped thing at the top? That's the Sky Terrace?
Yeah.
So they stopped me because like I was on the escalator going up, and they're like, "Oh, after this point you have to pay." I'm like, "I'm going back down, dude. I am not coming to this."
Yeah, exactly.
shit.
Yeah. So I've been twice.
Okay.
Because once with my mom and my little brother, then my older brother came and we went again. Blah blah blah. Point being, second time I went, two things were happening. Number one was that there was a massive fire at 9 Robinson Road, and the reason I know the address is because there was a building on fire when I was on the Peak.
Wow.
And I kept sending videos to my friends. I'm like, whoa, there's a building on fire. That's
Yeah,
exciting.
That's crazy.
And immediately, like Garen, who's a guest on the podcast, Garen identified the building. It was 9 Robinson Road.
Wow, that's
and then he found
specific.
it from the news.
Yeah.
And it was like the second day of or maybe the first day of Chinese New Year. And he said it's probably because of like some paper burning stuff.
Oh yeah. I heard something like someone's karaoke machine or something caught on fire.
It might have been
right?
that,
Yeah.
but he identified it. So I hope everyone is safe. There's nothing on the news. So I think it's fine.
I think I read a little. It's one of those small things, like there was a fire.
But the building, it's actually it looked quite bad.
Yeah,
because
I
I
think-
think it was like the top third of the building, and the
Yeah.
fire was going up.
Obviously.
So I can see the fire all the way from the peak.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you this: like everyone in Hong Kong has this running joke of 2 things that should never happen in your building.
Yeah.
Fires are one.
Yeah.
And suicide's the other. Because it
Yeah.
drops the whole value of the building.
Yeah.
You're like, dude.
Well, okay, you're a house owner, so of course you don't think suicide is good for you.
Yeah.
However, I rent.
Yeah.
I would love for everyone in my building to kill themselves.
That's the thing. So that's the other one is like you need to find flats where it was like they had some sort of criminal case or whatever, or like someone did kill themselves.
Yeah.
And they had the whole ghost haunt thing.
Exactly.
And you're like, dude, this is
I would
half
live
price.
in all of this apartment.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
I rent the
even-
whole building.
Yeah, even for me, if I was a renter, I'd be like, I don't really care if they're
I don't care.
I highly doubt they're gonna bother
Also,
me.
I'm so lonely. I would love a ghost.
Yeah, what's it gonna do?
Yeah.
Be like,
Keep me company. I'm like, hello.
Yeah,
Do you want to watch
exactly.
Netflix with me?
Which is funny because I wonder if that ghost has an accent.
Does the ghost have an accent?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I die here.
Or maybe it has like a Singaporean accent.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah.
I die here live.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I know. I mean, it'll be so good to actually have like a legit Asian ghost coming
Yeah.
back, and someone's like, "Oh my god, I actually heard it." You
Yeah.
know, that's the other thing. We could get into ghost stories all along, but I really want
Do
to
you
get
have
into
what? Do you have some?
Ghost stories.
Yeah.
I've never encountered a ghost before.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame. Like my whole life, I mean,
Same.
I'm a big fan of like horror movies and horror books and
Yeah.
stuff. I grew up reading.
I mean, the
Stephen King.
plant right behind you, just like this is people are listening obviously cannot tell, but like the plant, like your house has plants,
Yeah.
and it's like you're wearing a beanie and then
Yeah.
the headphones,
Yeah.
and then it's like the plant is like right above your head, so every time you talk, the whole plant
It's moving.
shakes.
Yeah. The leaves are moving and wiggling. Like, ah, no, I don't agree. It's like
Yeah.
it's like everything he says. Like the ghost is like, no,
Right.
That's not what we said. Yeah. I can imagine.
The
like,
ghosts are offended right now.
Exactly. Yeah. I think for me is that I've never been convinced of the ghost thing, mostly
Yeah.
because like I've read enough of those books where I'm like, whatever ghosts there are in real life need to be pretty damn creative and impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, like, unless you're like a car that can come to life, or a dog that's possessed,
Yeah.
or like a clown that lives in the gutter, I highly doubt I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm scared.
Yeah, it's weird. Like if you believe in ghosts, write in because I'm struggling with it a lot.
Yeah.
I was also a fan of like the one movie that ever scared me was Paranormal Activity.
Oh yeah,
the
that
first one.
But that was because you were really young, right? When you watched
Yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, same
The
with me.
first
Nightmare on Elm Street scared me when I was
Yeah.
young, because back then I believed every movie was real.
Right.
Which confused me because I was
Well,
like,
Paranormal Activity, it was shot to look real. It looked like a documentary.
and you would believe it, right? So
Yeah.
like, I even watched the X-Files, and I believe it was real because like, 9:52 p.m. and I was like, wow, you guys are really accurate. How did they keep track of this? You know?
Yeah.
Until I realized, oh, that's bullshit. But yeah.
So if you believe in ghosts or if you are a ghost,
Yeah.
write in.
Yeah.
Or come visit.
Sure, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like, come on down, give us some static.
Yeah.
On the recording. Normally, like, they have the ghost hunters where like, the ghost,
Yeah,
the ghost
yeah.
is you know.
Interrupt our conversations.
Yeah,
Or
be-
join the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, join the WhatsApp group and like I don't know, jumble some messages. So we're like, oh, this is suspicious.
Right.
What language is that? You know?
Yeah.
Because obviously, like the ghosts have a tough time with tactile, so they can't really touch the phone.
Yeah,
But they
that's
can-
another thing. Like the one of the comedians in Shanghai, Ben Frank, had a joke about going to Singapore for the first time and going to a hotel.
Yeah.
And someone saying like, "What's your step?" And he said, "What's that step for?" Because it seemed kind of random. And the concierge, with a straight face, explained that step was for the ghosts.
Oh, to trip
And-
them?
Yeah, to trip, like
Oh.
to stop them from coming.
I thought they floated. They
Yeah, well,
walked.
that's what Ben said.
Yeah.
Like his joke was like, so the ghost like goes through doors.
Yeah.
But they went at the step and we're like, oh no, there's a step.
Exactly,
I
yeah.
am fucked. I can't haunt this person anymore.
Oh god, that is so good,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
And same thing for my mom. Who, again, going back to my family visiting, my mom has this thing. I think it's in the Muslim culture. It sounds very ignorant right now in my own culture, but I think something about our culture says that like ghosts live in the bathrooms or the toilet or something.
Really?
So every single time for the last 3 weeks when my mom has been in my house, every time we either go to sleep or we go out of the house, she has to close the bathroom door. And it just drove me insane at some point. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And she goes, yeah, so just evil spirit. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Evil spirits, I'm like, you know, if there is a ghost, it can run through the door.
Yeah, exactly. And the door's not airtight.
Exactly.
It has like a gap at the bottom and the side. Yeah, I mean, the ghost is not gonna be like, oh,
And
that's...
of course, she called me like, you know, she's like, you don't respect me.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
I mean, oddly enough, the closed door bathroom thing is also a feng shui thing.
Is
where
it?
you're supposed to close your door and like close the pot, the top of the pot, the
lid. Yeah.
So you don't have your wealth flushed away. So I'm guessing different cultures had to convince their people differently. They
Yeah.
probably tried the Muslim one where they're like, oh, it's ghosts. Like, we don't care about that. Like,
Right.
you lose your money. Ah!
The alien's like, not the money.
Not the money. Forget the ghosts. We can be haunted, but we can't be
But
poor.
why do people care? Is it like, do you think the cynical or like the science explanation is like what, smell?
I'm guessing is probably hygiene.
You're right.
And like the scientists
Which makes sense.
Which
If
makes
she
sense.
just says like close the door so like microbes, I would
Yeah.
be like, yo, cool.
Yeah, but I mean, these were all created back in the days when people weren't like really educated, I guess.
Right.
So they had to go with the stories of like, but they're like, oh, you died. They're like, I'm gonna die anyway.
Right.
Right. You're like, that's not convincing. There are ghosts. They're like, oh, now I'm scared. You know.
Yeah.
Like you have to think again. I think they knew their target audience, and like we are talking to people who believe that two sticks rubbing and creating fire is an act of God.
Right,
You know,
right.
So we better really dumb it down.
Yeah.
Get to them. So I'm guessing it's that. But I mean, honestly, for me, I like the closed door thing simply because it's like I don't like the door banging in the wind.
Yeah.
You have that one, and it's kind of a thing like, okay, so our way of understanding who's in the toilet is like with the lights on. Right? And if the light is on and you're like, but that person is not there, we're not going to be like, oh my God, it's haunted. We're like, oh, you just forgot to turn off the light.
Right.
You have that.
Yeah.
So what you should do, right, with your mom as well, when she's in, do you have an exhaust fan in your bathroom that
Yes.
you can control outside?
No. No, you can't. There's
All
a
your
switch.
switches, all your switches.
Just on and off.
Just do that, dude.
Right, okay.
I mean, like, let's say she's showering, turn off the exhaust fan.
Yeah.
Right? And when she's just finished, like, turn it back on.
Yeah.
So it's like, she doesn't realize it's been off.
Right, yeah.
She's like, why is it so steamy?
Right.
You know?
Oh, that's great.
And then, like, scratch at the door, like,
Yeah.
with a chalkboard.
I do have like a Bluetooth speaker there because like
Oh.
I can't deal with silence.
Yeah.
So it's like I can connect it to my phone.
Yeah.
And actually have actual like
Oh,
very,
that
like,
would do
spooky
it,
music.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would so do it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, for me, what I've done before is that, like, my house has all the Bluetooth, Chromecast, whatever, right? So I've actually done it before where, like, when my sister came over, someone was here, before coming out of my bedroom, I would connect all the speakers and everything outside, and I would play, like let's say a John Cena intro kind of thing, and I walk out like, hey, that's it, and people are like, what? What's going on? And I'm like, I don't know, just start playing when I open the
Right.
door, you know?
Yeah.
So stuff like that. I think it'll definitely scare her. With all technology, I'm sure she's like, what's going on, huh? You know?
Well, by the time you're listening to this, it's my family's last night, and
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, not a fan of being a tourist tour
Attractions?
guide.
Yeah.
No, I mean
So I really want to know. So, okay, so you have been in Hong Kong for how many years now? 4?
almost 4. Yeah,
Almost 4 years, right? You should know Hong Kong inside out enough
I do.
to show people
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Now, I definitely are interested in seeing when they stump you with the question of like, oh, what does this mean? And you're like, oh shit.
Oh, I winged it.
Yeah, you
all
winged
the
it. I
way.
love it,
So
man.
I took them genuinely. One of my favorite things, as just by myself even, is K11.
Yeah.
the mall, the shopping mall.
wait, are you talking about the artsy fartsy one?
Yes.
Yeah,
that one by the waterfront.
The museum, yeah.
Is it called K11
Museum,
Museum? Right?
museum, yeah, one of those, yeah.
So just like aesthetically, it just looks really beautiful.
Yeah.
So I took them there because just to impress them by like just the design of the mall.
Correct.
And then they started asking questions, and
Oh,
that's
no.
when I started winging it. Because they were like, oh, so why does it smell so nice here? I'm like, oh, so yeah, they use like pine wood.
Yeah.
And pine wood has like that natural. This is actually not perfume.
It's not, yeah,
I
yeah.
just like had like a 15-minute speech
Yeah.
about how the wood. Also, I convinced them that the entire building from top to bottom is built with wood.
Oh,
There's not
man.
a single stainless steel. No steel at all.
And you're not allowed to touch anything.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just all smells
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
And all these like shops
Yeah.
have to like sign up that inside it's also made of wood.
Oh man,
Wood and glass.
That is so good.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh dude, like.
So it was also like it was kind of like a good like improv lesson.
Yeah.
Because my whole thing is like as long as they're here and I've been here for 4 years, I can't look like I don't know anything.
Of course, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
who are they going to ask to compare?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, you got that.
So every question they have, I have to have an answer for
Dude,
it.
that's so good.
And most of the time, I did not know the real answer.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna Google it in front of them
Yeah.
and lose face.
No.
So I just have to
You've
wing
been here
it.
4 years. Face is important.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, dude, man.
Yeah.
If I were in your shoes, man, I would probably lose my mind with the
Yeah.
amount of like winging.
So okay,
Right.
here's where I lose most of our Hong Kong audience.
Right.
They asked me, so I took them to the Bruce Lee statue.
Yeah.
And we all took the cool photos, like doing the same
Posing,
pose,
yeah.
and everything. And then they asked me how did he die, and I said OD.
Oh.
And I don't know the real answer.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
did he die? Do you know?
I'm pretty sure it was some sort of OD. I think with like painkillers.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think
thank
that's
you.
it. Yeah.
I actually thought I just made it up because I thought I knew,
Yeah.
but like I was like maybe I'm also making it up.
Yeah. No.
But I did say OD on some sort of drugs.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
I remember like reading some stuff where basically, I think they wanted to make it hush hush.
Yeah.
You know, because it was like really bad to the whole legacy.
Because he was still quite young.
I mean,
right?
he was like 35 or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
he was very young.
Yeah, exactly. It was crazy. And
Yeah.
all I remember, he had an allergic reaction to some headache medication. I
Right.
just checked it online.
Yeah.
And I remember that. So,
Because
this
he
is-
wanted to walk to the placard to read. I'm like, you don't trust me?
Yeah.
I was like offended. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you what
Yeah,
happened.
exactly.
Listen to me.
That would suck though, if that placard they have over there. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
this
completely-
statue over here, he died doing
Yeah.
this. It's like,
Yeah.
why would you say that? Why would you do he's a legacy in
Yeah.
the Kung Fu martial arts and stuff?
Yeah.
But I mean, I must say though, is that I would not be surprised if it's really like a hush hush thing.
Yeah.
Simply because like the Bruce Lee legacy, the brand is so high. They're like, yeah, we're
Yeah.
not going to end this with like, oh, this guy was a drug addict. This is not
Sure.
going to happen.
Yeah.
But I do feel like he was, because from all the books I've read about him, he's one of those guys who wants to try everything to push the boundary.
Mm.
And I would not be surprised if he's like, so you're telling me if I have a combination of 2.5 Panadols
Right.
at 6:30 p.m. every evening,
Yeah.
by the third evening I can fly. They're like,
Sure. Yeah.
yes. He's like, let's do this.
Yeah.
He'll be one of those guys. You know, the third evening will happen. It's gonna be 6:30 p.m. But what he forgets is that his phone, so he doesn't have a synchronized phone.
Yeah.
His watch is 2 minutes fast. He's having the Panadol,
Yeah.
having the second half of the Panadol, and they're like, "No,
Yeah.
you're missing the cue." And
Oh,
he's like,
no.
"Oh, I can't." You're like, "Dude, you're gonna it's gonna choke in your throat." He's like, "I can't get it through me." And people are like, "What do you need?" He's like, "I need water."
Wow, that was a whole scene improv.
Exactly. This is the story of my life, man.
Yeah.
Because I've actually been to that statue many times.
Yeah.
And next to it, there's another black statue that is Anita Mui.
Yes.
She's also like a big famous
Yeah,
pop star in
yeah,
Hong Kong.
yeah.
Yeah. So that was that as well. Oddly enough,
There's
there's-
also a Starbucks where you can just
I mean, exactly, right?
see them.
There's a Starbucks, exactly. And this is the weirdest thing I was
There's always a Starbucks.
There's always Starbucks, number one. And number two, like, so Starbucks has the so-called sea view and everything, right?
Mm.
Oddly enough, the whole space in front of Starbucks, every part of that, whether it's the jogging track,
Mm.
the seating area, all the grass or whatever, sorry, the plants or whatever, all free. And there are still people who will go and get a coffee.
Mm. I know.
So they can sit
It's so
there.
stupid.
I'm like, what
Yeah.
are you doing, dude?
Why would you give not good coffee?
Yeah, horrible coffee.
Yeah, yeah.
A profit, and then sit at a table where they're gonna look at you, be like, when you're done with your coffee, get the fuck out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah,
They come and like stand next to you.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They look at
You
you
just
and
clean your table.
they clean your table. They start taking your cup. You're like, I'm
Yeah.
still drinking. They're like, no, you're not.
No,
yeah,
you're not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
dude. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you did the Bruce Lee thing, which I think was essential. Every tourist is like, what
so
were you-
we have done a lot. Like I don't know how much I shared on this episode on the podcast, but like I had a very intense schedule for them.
Yeah.
Because I did not, when you don't, I think that applies to most people, at least expats or people who don't live with their families.
yes.
When you meet your family after a while, the only thing you want to avoid is a real conversation.
Yeah, so you
That's
keep
the-
them busy.
You keep them
let's
busy.
Look at this. Let's
you
eat
just
that.
go home
Yeah.
and you just be like, oh, I got a shower
Yeah,
for 2
yeah, yeah,
hours.
exactly. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you want. Your target is for them to have a good time and not ever have a real conversation
Yeah,
with them.
because
That's it.
when they sit down and like there's a moment you're on in the living room couch and everything, and they're like, "So,
Yeah.
whoa,
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
so,
you're like,
so
no.
what's your plan? I'm
Yeah,
like,
what's your plan? You're
Oh
like,
yeah.
no.
Have you seen the Buddha?
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. Yeah,
We're
yeah.
going to Ocean Park tomorrow.
yeah. Dude, I need to hear all these stories. So you did the big Buddha. You actually ultimately did.
We
it.
did, which we actually, I gotta admit, like the big Buddha itself was whatever. I'm sorry for fans of the statue,
Yeah.
but the most amazing thing was the cable cars.
Yes.
So because they
The
now have the
non-ping
crystal
cable.
ones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They have the crystal, the three
It's
six.
like
It's just
fully
all glass.
Yeah, all glass.
Including the bottom.
Yeah, so you
which
did
is
that.
amazing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome,
So
man.
one pro tip that now you can have for free is Klook.
Yeah.
K-Look. Apparently
K-Look
is
or whatever,
how,
yeah.
how Hong Kong
Locals,
people
yeah,
say it.
yeah. Everyone's telling me K-Look. I'm like, oh,
I
really?
think Singaporeans, which is a Singaporean company, they say Klook. So it's
Okay,
I'm going with Klook.
Klook. I like
Yes.
Klook, but I know like in Chinese they're all like K-Look. I'm like,
Yeah.
sure, dude, sure.
So Klook has an exclusive lane, but only if you book the whole car, the crystal car.
Okay.
So when I went on Chinese New Year, I think it was like Monday or Tuesday or whatever, and there was a line. So when you arrived at the crystal car, there is a massive line to take a number to queue up for the tickets.
Oh.
So that's on super busy days.
Yes.
But if you do that, you're basically talking about 4 hours
Yeah.
in this whole ordeal.
Yeah.
And they give you a number, and then you can scan the. So they basically, I think they have a deal with like Citygate, because they tell you go to the mall.
Oh yeah, go hang out there.
Go
for a
hang
bit.
out there
Yeah,
for
yeah,
like 2 hours at least.
For
and
sure,
you can
man.
scan the QR code.
Yeah.
And that's your group number, quote unquote, to go buy tickets.
I
I
get
had
it.
obviously bought tickets from Klook.
Yeah.
And Klook has an exclusive lane.
Nice.
So you avoid this whole bullshit.
Dude, so
And you
good.
go straight to the, not just the ticketing line, but the redeeming line.
Ah.
So the whole thing from start to end, to the start of the crystal car,
Yeah.
is 30 minutes.
Okay, so when you and your family saw that long line,
Yeah.
did you have a moment of pride where you're like, watch this?
Yes.
Right?
That's exactly what it is, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, no.
I'm like,
Let me, I know
Yeah.
this game. They're like, whoa. This
I
guy-
live here. I know this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, dude.
Dude, I impressed. There's so many moments when I'm like, I was so proud of just impressing them, even though it's like the stupidest thing.
Yeah.
But this was one of this was not stupid. This was like I was proud of myself.
This was legit. You're like, shit, man. That was a good move on me.
Yeah.
Nice.
But like for example, like Disneyland, which is another story. But Disneyland, when everyone is going to the ticket
event counter and
to,
stuff. Yeah.
to exchange their tickets, I
Yeah,
had
yeah.
already have the QR code.
Nice.
So I went straight to the entrance again.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it was one of these moments where it's
Dude,
bullshit.
so
But I'm like,
good.
I go straight.
Yeah.
Look
yeah.
at this.
Yeah,
and
because
I
they have
scan my phone.
Yeah,
I don't have paper tickets like idiots.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. When
Yeah.
you walk in, you're like, dude, don't even waste your time with that counter, all that shit. I got you guys prepared.
Yeah.
You had this is your QR
And
code.
I also said like stuff like stupid shit like I care about trees. These people don't. These
Yeah.
people print paper.
Oh,
I
snap.
don't.
Yeah, dude, so good, man. All
Yeah.
right, that's good. Okay.
I'm better than most people.
Yeah. Oh, dude, so good. All right. So you walk through that line and
Oh, yeah.
everything. You get
So the
everything.
Klook
Nice.
line, highly recommended. You just go straight up. And it also, just the word exclusive is so
Yeah,
nice.
dude, so good.
Yeah. And then the crystal car itself is separate from, like, different from the main public car.
Yeah.
So it's also a shorter line because it's more expensive.
Obviously, yeah.
So yeah, just on it. But it also, once you get on it, just like the four of us or whatever, it just keeps going forever.
Yeah.
It's really long. It's very long. It's beautiful. It just keeps going up
Like
and
10
up.
minutes?
No.
20. Oh,
The
damn.
crystal car is about 30 minutes
Oh, there's like-
of cable car ride.
Wow.
But it also keeps going uphill and uphill. And
Yeah.
it's just like, it's very, so the crystal one is new, right?
Yeah, I heard
Like
that.
they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
opened it like in the last like 6 months. And it's just like, it sucks for the big Buddha because it's actually more, like once you get off the car and
Yeah.
you go to the big Buddha,
You're
like,
like, eh,
but the
it's
car
better
was
in the car.
nicer.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. But like the
No.
bottom is, it's really nice. They have Wi-Fi in the cars.
Yeah. There's a
amazing.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Well, for people who live stream, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's for all the fucking bloggers.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, guys, you know what I'm doing.
But it's really nice. Like,
Nice,
it's
okay.
Also, whatever you think is high for a cable car, it's higher.
Oh, damn.
It's
Okay.
actually really fucking high.
Wow.
Because I thought for a while that the ones at Ocean Park are nice.
This is
Nah.
way- yeah, Ocean Park is like old school classic kind of thing,
Exactly.
but this is like, oh, this is
It's really fucking high.
nice.
And then once you get down there, it's like all normal. Like, you know, you walk through like some touristy village and
Yeah.
then you go to the big Buddha and you take pictures.
So I'm guessing like your family heights and everything, no problem for all of them, right?
Yeah, they're fine.
They're like, oh, this is awesome. Okay,
But
wow, okay.
Even they agreed. Like, they thought the big Buddha is cool because they
Yeah.
haven't seen even any Buddha before.
Yeah.
But for them, the cable car was like the most impressive
Oh,
part.
for sure, yeah.
One other experience that we had that day, which was amazing, even to me, is apparently there is a reputation for the Lantau taxi drivers for being completely reckless.
Oh, the blue color one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I didn't know that, yeah.
So in our program, which I designed,
Mm-hmm.
is we get off the big Buddha and we do our touristy bullshit, and we try to. There is one ferry from Weiwo
Yeah.
to Changchao.
Yes.
And I wanted to catch that ferry to get a seafood dinner by sunset.
Yeah,
That
in
was my
Changchao.
plan.
Yeah.
In Changchao.
Yes.
I have my restaurant's called New Pakarat. It's very nice.
Yeah.
but I want to go to New Baccarat by sunset.
Got it.
Which means I gotta catch the 4 p.m. ferry from Mui Wo.
Yeah.
If you know anything about Lantau, Big Buddha and Mui Wo are not close.
Yeah.
Lantau is huge. Big Buddha is basically by the airport. Mui Wo is on the other side
Correct.
of the island. So we end up, because of the whatever crowds, we end up getting off the cable car terminal at around 3:35.
Wow.
And we
you haven't seen the Buddha yet.
No, we have. Like,
Oh, you
we
know?
finished
Okay, yeah.
everything.
Oh,
We're
then
going
you came back. Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to get to Mui Wo ferry terminal to get to Changchao.
Oh.
It's at 4 p.m. That's the only ferry, but we don't have a taxi. And it's the Chinese New Year. There is no taxis. I tried Uber, nothing. Uber apparently doesn't work in Mui Wo, in Lantau at all. Within Lantau, so there is a system. There are red taxis, but they only take you to Hong Kong Island or Kowloon.
It's really weird. Like
They're not gonna work within Lantau.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude, I hate this taxi system. When I'm in new territories, I see the green ones. I'm like, dude, and they're like, oh, but that area I can't go. I'm like, but that's new territories. They're like, yeah, but that's the city of new territories. I'm like, oh my god,
it's very weird.
Yeah.
So we ended up getting inside a taxi from like the main whatever city gate.
Yeah.
Like taxi terminal at 3:42. I remember it because I looked at my phone. And we're trying to get to the ferry pier before 4 p.m.
to get on,
There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
So Google Maps says 29 minutes. I remember all of it very clearly.
Wow.
But we're like, okay, the worst case scenario is that we're going to get to Mui Wo, and when we don't make the Changchao ferry, we're going to take the ferry to Central.
Yeah, and take a
then
Changchao
switch
ferry.
to
Yeah,
Changchao.
yeah.
We're going to miss a sunset for sure, but whatever.
Get the dinner,
Okay, we're just gonna go. So we get in the taxi. I didn't say anything. I just said Mui Wo ferry pier.
Yeah.
He understood that, and he was about 160 years old.
Yeah, obviously.
He's older than anything I've ever seen.
For sure.
He's the oldest thing I've seen. He's very old. but he decided that he knew our vibe, and he knew that we were in a hurry.
Yeah.
And he just fucking bolted it.
Oh.
It was so scary.
Yeah.
And at that time, when I was sitting next to this guy, I'm sitting here, my two brothers and my mom, I'm like, okay, I had many thoughts in my head. Number one is that like...
You were sitting in the front?
Yeah, I'm sitting in the
nice.
front.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'm the man.
You're the lead.
I'm the guy.
You're
I'm
like,
the
guys,
lead.
sit back. Put on
Let
your
me
seatbelt.
handle it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I had a few thoughts in my head. Number one was, when we definitely inevitably die, it's gonna look really sad because that's the whole family.
Yeah.
My dad is already gone.
Yeah.
This is gonna be so fucking sad.
Yeah.
When all of us are dying in one accident.
And you didn't even die in like a red lucky taxi.
Nah.
It was a blue one. You're like,
Exactly.
nothing about blue is lucky.
No,
Ah.
and I had like, dude, I'm sitting next to this guy and I'm like, have this like crazy train of thoughts, like, what are you gonna do with the money? Like, who's even gonna like, how are we gonna
inherit
figure
it.
this out?
Yeah.
We're all dead.
Yeah.
This is not good.
This is so stupid.
This is so stupid.
Yeah.
We're all fucking dead.
Like you're in such a I'm the man mode that even the planning of the death,
Exactly.
like I'm gonna get my shit sorted out. So I'm gonna impress
But
these
I'm like-
guys if we crash.
yeah, I'm gonna impress him. After we're done, I'm like,
Exactly.
I took care of it.
Remember that? You see, let's look
I
down.
retained the lawyer.
Yeah. Like you're in heaven looking at. You see those bodies? Look at how they're stacked.
Yeah.
Look at the people coming to pick them up. I got that shit sorted out. So when they're here, something's gonna go down. I'm gonna get you organized.
Yeah.
I've got the funeral sorted, everything sorted. Like, how the hell you're like, trust me, man.
Trust me.
In Hong Kong,
Yeah.
I know my shit.
Yeah. But somehow he picked up on our vibe that we're in a hurry. I did not say anything. I didn't say going to Changchao, nothing.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, he was on 120 the whole time. At least 120 kilometers per hour.
Man, this guy.
It was fucking scary. And I'm like, okay, we're either going to die or make it. There's no sign. And Google Maps says 29 minutes. We ended up going by the ferry pier at 4 p.m.
Whoa.
So he made it in about 26 minutes, which is 28 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like insane.
Yeah.
So we get there, we rush out of the cab, and then my buddy who lives on Lantau said, don't make the mistake of going to the Central. It's like the main.
Yeah, they're really.
Actually, so there is the outlying, which is like on the side.
Yeah.
It's all the way to the right side.
It's really like crooked like that. You're like, wait, hold on, which way?
Yeah.
Like, you can't
My
miss it.
little idiot brother thought it's the main one, and he topped his octopus card and went straight to Central. So I am seeing that they're boarding. Well, actually, I arrived when it was boarding to Changchao.
Yeah.
But now my mom and my older brother ran to Changchao terminal.
Yeah.
To board. Now I have to deal with my older brother on the other side of the Central turnstile.
Yeah, you can see each other. Like there's a gate. Like I know what you mean.
But there's also the old lady freaking out.
Yeah.
Because she's like, ah, and I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just get him out.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
she
yeah.
eventually got him out of the gate.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
there's a second problem.
Uh-oh.
He's trying to tap his card to go to the outlying.
Yes.
But because he tapped to Central,
Yeah, it can't. Yeah,
it
you
can't tap again.
Yeah.
So we're spending 3 minutes arguing about how he shouldn't tap again.
Yeah.
And at some point, I had to look at her in the eye and I say, "Hey, lady, listen, this boarding is about to close and we're about to run.
Yeah.
So that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You decide what happens next.
Correct.
But you took his money for Central.
Yeah.
He's not going to Central.
And you're getting more money anyway, so you should be
Yeah.
happy.
So
yeah.
you're getting more money to Central than Changsha. So you just figure it out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to run right now.
Yeah.
So if you want to run after me, that's your call.
Yeah.
But we're about to run.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. And she had to look
Oh,
at me in the
man.
eye, see that I'm that serious.
Yeah.
And she goes, all right.
Yeah.
Just give up.
Oh man, dude, you should have looked her in the eye and be like, "All right, lady,
Yeah.
let me tell you something straight. Okay, look." We're gonna go, like, there was, like some words and be like, look.
Yeah, like the movies, yeah.
have those moments where like you can see the cut scene
Yeah.
where it's like cutting to her eyes,
yeah.
cutting to your eyes, and you're looking at each other, and she's like, okay.
That was basically it without
Yeah.
the good editing.
Yeah.
But I had to be like, we're making the run.
It's happening.
If you wanna do that, like sure, go ahead
Yeah.
and chase us.
Yeah.
But we're running because we didn't
Yeah.
come all this way to like give
Exactly.
up. Like,
yeah. Come on, lady. Come on. Look,
come on,
look,
lady.
Look at my family, man.
Yeah,
you know.
look at my mom in hijab.
Exactly.
Come on.
Look at
She
her.
ran.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, man?
But she understood this whole vibe and she
Yeah.
went, all right.
Yeah.
Fine.
I bet you anything. She probably like in her brain, she was like, I wonder if they're refugees.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
maybe they're trying to run off.
But
to
I
the
wasn't
island.
going off the vibe of like, oh, look at us, we're so sad.
No,
I
no,
just
yeah,
went
you were like, look, this is happening.
I was just like, I stood my ground. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is what's happening right now.
Yeah.
We're running for this ferry and we're
Dude.
catching it.
I bet you your mom must have been going like, oh, this guy, he
Yeah.
is the man.
Yeah. He's the mayor of this
damn,
town.
dude. This is so good. I really wish like you just had like one of these GoPro cameras attached to you.
Yeah.
Dude, that video.
There is so many moments in this like in the last 3 weeks when I wish I had a GoPro.
Yeah, man.
Attached to
Oh, it
me.
would have been so good. All right, okay, so you guys are on the ferry, going to Cheung Chau.
Yeah, the rest of that day was beautiful.
New Baccarat.
Oh yeah, New Baccarat was amazing.
Yeah.
One funny thing about New Baccarat, which by the way, best seafood restaurant on Changsha, but it was also Chinese New Year, and there was like a table of really drunk like family.
Yeah.
But my family freaked out because they thought they're fighting. So that's another like funny, cute culture difference.
Yeah.
Because they're screaming at each other, they're throwing drinks at each other. I'm like, they're happy.
Yeah, it's a family.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah, it's a family. It's like New Year's.
Don't pretend like everyone in Egypt like super civilized over dinner.
Well, the difference is that like we don't drink, right?
Ah,
so
that's
yes, you're
why.
right.
You're right.
Also,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
like
yeah.
we're not as civilized because we're still eating like fucking cow
Yeah,
intestine.
exactly. Yeah.
So it's not that pretty.
Yeah.
But we're not drinking.
Yeah,
So
okay,
there's
yeah,
a
I
level
forgot
of
about
like
that one. Yeah,
sobriety.
Yeah, okay.
right?
That makes a difference.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Okay.
Because these people were just getting shit faced on like baijiu.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
I bet
yeah.
your mom was kind of like, why are they getting more embarrassed as they drink? You're like,
Yeah.
no, mom, that's what happens.
Yeah,
They turn
exactly.
red, let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, okay.
But yeah, it was
All right, you
great.
did.
Changsha was other thing about Changsha is like there is one place that makes the mochi, the rice
Oh,
mochi.
yeah. It's the mango.
Yeah, the
that one,
mango
the
mochi.
famous one. Yeah.
So that one we lined up for like half an hour. Totally worth it.
Right, yeah.
Check it out. I don't know the name.
Yeah.
But there is one where you just see people lining up.
Nice.
Great.
Did they have all the hawker stalls out that evening?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did. Dude, that is
Yes.
my favorite.
I love that.
I love it, man. Every time I go to Cheung Chau, I always stay for the evening. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I want to get that old Hong Kong feel. Like
Yeah.
you go there, you're like, dude, this is what it was like
It's
in
so
the 80s,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
it's
We got
nice.
like crap on the street.
Yeah.
We got like takoyaki and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
all that kind of random stuff. You'll get like the Cheung Fun, the rice rolls and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, it's the best, man.
Yeah.
For me, I remember even one time missing the last ferry in Cheung Chau.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, is there a way to get the helicopter out or whatever? I was like, dude, I need to get out of here. And I did a sampan that shit out.
You did?
Yeah, I've done it once in my life. I'm like,
nice.
oh, this is terrible, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Did you
okay.
go to Hong Kong, like Aberdeen?
They
or-
took me to Kennedy Town.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I mean, basically, I was like centrally out there. Like when we got to Kennedy Town, everybody had that little pier. Because the sampan's so damn slow, I'm like, this is fine. Like I can't do
Stop
that.
here.
Yeah, I can't do another like 30 minutes of just central. I could walk
Right.
to Central, buddy. This
Yeah.
is terrible. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've done that before. Okay, yeah. But Cheung Chau definitely is one of those where I'm like, I tell people you have to go there and be like, all right, this is old school Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
man.
really was. Like, and I have been to Changsha a couple of times through COVID.
Yeah.
And it was kind of sad.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
those hawkers were not there.
Yeah.
And it was in a way romantic because there was not a lot of tourists. So I was there with locals who live on Changchao.
Yeah, and you knew it was like locals. Yeah, you
Yeah,
could
yeah,
tell.
yeah.
Flip flops and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, but like seeing it in full effect.
Yeah.
With like all the hawkers, all the tourists.
That's the shit, man.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
And you can tell like it's also like we talked about this a couple of weeks ago when like the root service of Hong Kong is just part of its charm.
Yeah.
Like I still recommend the mango mochi, but the people who are serving it are so fucking rude.
Yeah.
That they just like don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They actively want you to out of their face.
Yeah, they're like, here, you gotta get lost. What do you want? You want
Just-
something? Just tell me what you want. Just tell me what
Yeah,
you want.
because my brother was like, "Oh, this is so nice." She was like, "Just get out, just go,
Yeah.
go."
This is the mistake people do. They're like, they want to talk to the staff.
Yeah.
Hey, this is actually really nice. They're like, I don't give a shit.
Just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your compliment is unwelcome here because
Yeah.
we were never brought up in compliments, and your compliment is not going to pay my rent.
Exactly.
Shut up. You like it? Get another one.
Yeah.
That's the best. Hey,
Just go back, line up
just
again. Just
You
go-
know what? I'll even let you cut the queue. Fucking buy another one.
Yeah.
You like it? Prove it. You know, talk is cheap here.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I love that. But I've been here for so long that I'm like, this is part of my culture.
You get it,
now.
right? Yeah,
I
you
totally
get it, yeah.
Because my family was so offended. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, but we're trying to be nice. They're like, I'm like, they don't care.
Yeah. Just
You're
like,
not.
no.
You're not helping them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not going to go home and tell my mom, did you know that someone said that? Show me. Show me. I don't care about what you experienced.
Yeah.
Show me with the actual stuff.
Right.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. Full on. Okay.
That was one of the big cultural differences that they experienced that I had to smooth over.
Yeah.
Because, and I gotta be honest, like I would not admit that to them, but I was so defensive about Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I was surprised at my own defensiveness about Hong Kong, about how much I love the city and how much I did not want them to even think anything is bad.
Wrong.
here.
Yeah. That's how it is here,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. Respect it and appreciate it. Yeah.
I really appreciate it. Like another thing, like they wanted to top up with their octopus card.
Yeah.
And they went and they're like, my little brother or the other brother was like topping it up. And like
What,
at 7-Eleven, it takes
Oh,
like 2
yeah.
seconds, right?
Yeah.
And it goes like boop. And he stood there. He didn't understand that it was done. I'm like, it's done. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Yeah.
And I saw the face of the lady going
Yeah.
like, what else do you want? Like,
Yeah,
are you,
yeah.
What, get
Are
the
you buying
fuck out.
something? Yeah. I gave you the shit. What do you want?
Standing there with the octopus card. I'm like, move quickly.
Yeah, there could be people behind who wanted to buy something and now they don't.
Yeah, exactly. But that was like small second of like, you don't understand what's happening right
Yeah.
now. They
Yeah.
want you out of their face.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he's like, but I gotta tell her that I'm pressed and it's fast. I'm like,
Yeah.
she doesn't care.
Yeah. I always tell people like, you being there is a potential for them to have to do work.
Exactly.
That's why they're like, get out of my face because if you're not here, I know I don't have to do shit.
Exactly.
Exactly. So you're not helping by existing.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's just like weird, like only Hong Kong people would
Yeah,
understand
you have
that.
to live your long to be like, oh, I see. I'm a nuisance by existing. You're
Exactly.
Like, exactly.
But I'm like, also, they're not offended. Like they
Yeah.
don't dislike you.
they know their shit's good. Yeah.
Exactly. They know.
Yeah, they
That's
know.
their job.
They've been doing this all day. What are you, like fucking 7.6 million people in Hong Kong? You're like, let me let you know of the
Yeah.
inside. Did you know what you do is awesome? It's like,
Exactly.
shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah. That whole experience has also given me another level of love to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Because it's like everything, we come from such like a sentimental, like slow culture.
Yeah.
Of like, I gotta let everyone know how amazing they are. And Hong Kong is the exact opposite.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Talk is so cheap here,
Exactly.
man. It's like, if you want to talk, get out of my face. Write a
Exactly.
letter or something. Talk
Yeah.
over there so I can hold it up and show my family that I received this. You telling me is useless.
It's useless.
Yeah. Do you have a video? Are you going to put it on Instagram? Are you doing it? No, you're not.
Yeah, are you gonna help me in actual
Yeah.
numbers?
Yeah, exactly. Something practical? No, I don't really care. And if anything, if you're like, oh, let me put it on my story, like, no.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
fucking put me on your story. What if
Yeah,
you
no.
get big because of me?
Yeah.
You gonna pay me? No, they don't use my face. Yeah, it's all
Are
calculated,
you
man.
gonna give me kickback?
Yeah, you're not gonna give me kickback. You don't even know. You're not gonna tag me. Fuck you, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the other things, two more stories before we go.
Yeah.
One is Disneyland, which was amazing. Like my family has not been to Disney. None of my brother who has been living in Dubai for the last 10 years and was a flight attendant, traveled all over the world. Just did not get a chance to go to Disneyland. So even he was impressed. But the most impressive thing for me personally was the show at the end. So they have
People come out like all the characters come out like that. One of
yeah,
those shows?
no. So the parade is like earlier in the day or
Yes.
whatever. But there is like a fireworks show at the end.
Oh.
So it's by the castle. Have you been to Disneyland?
I've never seen the show and stuff. I've only gone there for work.
Right. And for the reason for that, which is most people I talk to, is the show is so late. Show's at 8:30.
Oh yeah.
The park itself closes at 8. or
so you're kind of
8:30.
like stuck there waiting
you
for the
just
show.
kind of
yeah.
wait for the show. But the show is so fucking impressive. They throw so much. We both work in the show business.
Yeah.
So we understand also like when something is so, like there's so much money on something, you can tell.
Yeah.
Like the fireworks, the whatever they call the pyrographs and stuff like that. Like the castle itself, and then the fountain. So they have a
Synchronized fountain, all that stuff,
no,
yeah.
just synchronized fountain. The fountain itself has like it has like moving pictures.
Oh wow. Oh
the
yeah,
fountain.
Yeah. I
So it actually jumps up and then it just like has a different picture from the castle behind it.
yeah. Wow.
And it's so fucking impressive. And then there is like the classic firework that goes above the fountain, the castle,
Yeah.
which is the logo for Disney.
Oh yeah.
They do that
yeah.
multiple times throughout the show.
Man.
And it's just like, I'm not American.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
American either. We did grow up with some Disney stuff, but that's not part of our DNA.
Yeah.
But even I was very sentimental watching
I can
it.
imagine, man.
And it
You
was
feel
just like-
young, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You feel young. You feel like, they say like, oh, it's the most happiest place, blah, blah, blah. But
Yeah.
like, that is a magical moment.
Yeah.
Like executing it so well. And Disney is not sponsoring this show. I wish they did. But like executing it so well that you're like, there is a level of appreciation where people are, I'm like, someone put a lot of fucking work into this thing.
Yeah.
And it shows.
I can imagine.
That's it.
Yeah, I totally imagine because like I've seen like let's say in Macau, some of the casinos they have the fountain dancing and everything. I'm like, yeah, we've seen 1,000 of those. But you telling me this, and I can just imagine that one firework.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, this like it's one of those things where everything just fits.
Yeah.
And it just works out. Like it's not too over the top. Like
Yeah.
the Hong Kong fireworks are like, oh, in the end, let's go crazy.
Right. Yeah.
And we get it,
It's
dude.
not just like, let me just overwhelm you with a lot of fireworks.
Look
like,
at me impress you. You know, you're like, dude,
there
this was
there is a lot of choreography happening.
Yeah.
Because they also play a lot of the classic Disney songs. And it's just like, it was fucking beautiful.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's
man.
all of it is beautiful. And
Yeah.
I think it's like a 20-minute show. And it's just like all of it, fireworks, lights, and the fountains. Like it's a lot of synchronicity happening. And it was just like, it was very impressive.
I can
very
imagine. man.
impressive.
You telling me this now already? I'm like, oh, dude, maybe I really should check this out.
You
man.
should take your girlfriend and go.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
genuinely, you should go.
Yeah,
The
just make it
weather
like
is
a
getting.
day. Yeah.
Just make it like a day.
I'll probably do that. Yeah, just for a change. But like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go there, see what it's like, and just enjoy it. And
Yeah.
worst case scenario, we're like, whatever. Yeah, but whatever. But I highly doubt it because like just the fact that it's Disney.
Yeah.
Like Disney itself, you know that first of all they have the money.
Yeah.
So they're not going to cut corners in that sense.
No.
And they know that this is the ultimate signature move. You know.
Yeah.
Like staff and everything, I can replace it. The costumes, okay, I can cheat a little bit here, but this is like the ultimate where
That is the
people
move.
are filming this. This is the last impression you're going to give people.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, I want you to leave here and go like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know, exactly.
That's what it is. Like the park itself is kind of small,
Hmm.
and it's really nice. Like there's a few rides that are like beautiful. At least for me, it was cool. Like the Iron Man experience was amazing because people. I'm sure a lot of our listeners went to Disney in Hong Kong before, but like you haven't. So
No.
Iron Man experience is basically Iron Man having a fight in the Hong Kong Central streets.
Oh wow.
And it's very cool.
Cool.
It's genuine.
So you're on
it's like
the
a
ride?
No, it's like a 5D experience.
Oh yeah.
So
one
in
of
a
those.
movie theater and
Yes.
this chair moves and all of that.
Yeah, one of those. Oh,
But
nice.
obviously, the cool thing about the Hong Kong park is that the fights are literally within Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And they have like Stark Tower in the middle.
That's so
like next to
cool.
IFC.
Yeah.
Or next to ICC rather.
Dude.
And it just looks really cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. You know what's bizarre though is like in like let's say 5 or 10 years time, with the rate that all the new buildings come up in Hong
Yeah,
Kong, they like
you might have a Stark Tower.
Yeah. You might. Yeah, I'm sure. Like Henderson now is building these crazy.
What is up
cylinders.
with Henderson and their
They
budget?
go nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like all in. They're like,
Henderson
watch this.
sponsor us.
Yeah,
Jesus
right.
Christ.
Jeez, my God! Like next to IFC, next to in Pacific Place area, I'm like, dude, you guys are all in, dude. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll see in 5 years' time. The whole skyline's gonna be changed anyway,
Yeah.
so we'll see about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Disneyland, you've done all that stuff.
Yeah, it was very cool. The kind of, I wouldn't say the flip side, but the other side that was a bit weird was Ocean Park, which a couple of things. Ocean Park is, I think, underfunded would be the right word.
I think they're running. They're basically
They're
at
running
a
out of
loss.
money.
Yeah.
I'm a tourist. I'm just
Yeah.
an idiot.
Yeah.
I don't know much about anything. I went there. I've been a couple of years ago. It's for free on my birthday.
Yeah.
But I went there the second time with my family, and it just seemed like it's not very well maintained.
Yeah, I think what happened is like the change of management. Like when Alan Zeman was running it, like that's when it exploded. That's when
Right.
like went crazy good, right? But then after that, every other person who came in kind of was like, "Oh, I'm running an amusement park." It's like, all right, we're just gonna run the amusement park, and
Yeah.
it just runs. That's
Yeah.
all it's doing, you know. There's
Right.
no
There's no
innovation.
innovation, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you can tell.
It shows.
You
Yeah.
can see, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like this is ticked every standard box of an amusement park.
Yeah.
It's nice because it's like the Hong Kong amusement park.
Yeah.
But I know exactly what you mean. If you're like you leave it, you're like, okay, Hong Kong amusement park, you know, represent, but we take the box.
Yeah.
We did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing that you leave going like, whoa, dude, like oh my god, like I get what you mean.
Yeah. But the funny
Ah.
part, Ocean Park was whatever. It wasn't bad, but it was just like not very well maintained, and it made me a little sad again as a Hong Konger.
Yeah.
But the funny part is that we also did Water World on the same day.
That's crazy.
And Water World, we
You do
did
realize this is winter time, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Not just winter time. I think a lot of our listeners would know over the last week, Hong Kong had kind of a cold wave. It was actually pretty cold.
Yeah.
So the day we went, because we had already reserved, we just like went, fuck it. Like
Yeah.
if none of the things are open, we're just gonna go to Ocean Park.
Sure.
So when we walked in, they showed us the list of the rides that are closed or the slides that are closed.
Yeah.
There are stuff that is like closed. So like the big famous like
The rainbow one? Like
Rainbow
that.
one.
Yeah. That's
But
all
not-
outdoors, yeah.
yeah, it's all outdoors. However, there's like a few big ones. So the Vortex, which is the most famous one,
Yeah.
where you get 4 people get on like a big
big
floaty
round-
thing,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
you like slide over. So that's actually open. However, it starts outdoors and then goes indoors.
Oh man.
So it's open, but the
Yeah.
outdoors part you gotta go up to the start
While you're outdoor, yeah.
while
yeah.
you're outdoor, and there's no elevator because there's
My-
electricity and
obviously,
water.
Yeah, they're not gonna do
So-
that.
So my mom who's 60.
How
me
many
and my-
people were at the park at that time? Like
So it was actually kind of lucky because there were no queues
Yeah.
anywhere.
And
Underwater
Ocean
World.
Park as well, yeah. It was
Ocean Park as well.
Yeah.
Because again, not very well maintained.
Yeah.
Water World is new. So it was not busy because of the cold weather. But the
Obviously.
funny part is that they were so cool about people just going in and out of basically 5 degrees. I'm not kidding. We went on a day when I checked on my phone. At midday, it
Yeah.
was about between 5 and 8 degrees. It was a
God.
fucking cold day.
My God.
But they also have like crazy like electric heaters.
Yeah.
It just all felt very unsafe.
Yeah.
So we're going on stairs outdoors, electric heaters, about 3-story stairs. It's very high up.
I've seen those like when I was
Yeah.
way younger. Yeah.
Yeah. So you go all the way high up and then you line up or whatever. And if you want to go back a second time to the slide, you just have to do it all over again. But then they also spend money on like heating up the water.
Oh yeah.
So
it's
the
like,
water
it's
itself is
crazy.
very
Yeah.
warm and
Yeah.
nice, and
Yeah.
you want to stay in the water, but you want to do another ride,
Yeah.
or another slide. So you just have to go all the way up.
You gotta
And
power through it.
you power through it. And my poor 60-year-old mom, she's like, "We're all gonna die. This is crazy." Luckily, touch wood, we have now. It's been almost a week, and we have not gone sick.
Wow.
So, that's
well,
actually-
it just tells you, man, like there are no ghosts in Hong Kong, and if they are, they're keeping you alive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Water World, I would recommend. Ocean Park, as much as I love it, I would skip now.
Yeah, okay.
It's a little sad.
Yeah, and Big Buddha not so much, but the Crystal Cabin definitely.
Crystal Cabin, yeah. So recap for if you have family visiting, Crystal Cabin, 100%.
Gotta do it.
Don't go through Klook. Disneyland for sure.
Yeah.
Disneyland itself is awesome. Iron Man experience, do not miss it. Stay for the fireworks. I know you're gonna think it's late. It's 8:30. Stay for it. That's probably the best thing
Yeah.
about Disneyland Hong Kong. And then skip Ocean Park and go straight to Water World.
Nice.
Water World is awesome.
And try Waterworld in the winter because it's one of those stories you can tell your grandkids.
Yes. So you can say you
If
actually,
you survive.
yeah. So you can say you went up all the stairs and like, because Hong Kong is also like it's extra. It's like
Yeah.
we exaggerate stuff.
Sure, yeah.
So it's like all the stairs are like crazy heat. It's like uncomfortable heat.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
You have that and you're like going like, why is this happening? This
Yeah.
is so silly. So I think this is the thing what you can do. The next time someone comes up to you like, hey, I trekked the Himalayan mountains.
Yeah.
You can be like, bitch.
Yeah.
I went to Waterworld in winter.
Yeah.
I'll see you at the top.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so gangster,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, and the lazy river in Waterworld is quite cool too.
Yeah.
Because it like goes like one direction.
Yeah.
And then you can just sit on the floaty and they
That's
just
the
like,
best.
they
Yeah,
just
it's just
send you
floating around. You're
forever.
like, sure, whatever, man. I'm here
and
all
there's
day.
like all these like kids or like minimum wage kids
Yeah.
who just don't care if you drown.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can see it on their faces.
Yeah.
They're playing on their phone.
Yeah.
And I'm just like floating in the thing, and I just like made eye contact with them, and they look at me like we don't
Yeah,
care.
exactly. Again, your existence is a nuisance.
Your existence is a nuisance. It's a great term for like how Hong
Yeah.
Kongers think of others.
That should be like your comedy special. Your
Yeah.
existence is a nuisance.
or
yeah.
like Hong Kong tourist board.
Yeah, exactly. But you're still welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Come give us your money.
Yeah,
But your
exactly.
existence is a nuisance.
Exactly. Oh man. Well, hopefully our listeners' existence is not a nuisance.
No,
'Cause
no. Our
you
listeners
can't bother us. Ah!
Exactly. You can't bother us, but also like do find us on social media and give us. I mean,
Yeah.
if you have tourist recommendations that you think we forgot, let us know. If you have also Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
I am single as fuck as usual.
Yeah.
You are very not single.
Yeah, not at all.
Unless Gloria is not listening,
Yeah.
then you are.
No, she's not listening.
Then you are.
Yeah.
Tell us. Yeah. What is your plan for?
So actually, that evening we always do our Cantonese show because we find two things happen. Number one is that couples have to do something, and usually that's like the worst show of the year. Because couples don't laugh, dude.
Yeah.
Especially when they're like just fresh couples.
Right.
Because they're like still in that judging phase. Like, oh, he
Yeah.
laughed at that.
Yeah.
Ugh, she didn't laugh at this. You
right,
know.
like someone laughed at a fart joke
Yeah,
or
exactly.
whatever.
Yeah, they're like, oh, come with this guy.
Right.
However, that they definitely make an effort, and I really appreciate it when you have the couples come in and like you can feel that they're like, we need a good time tonight, guys. We really need a good time.
Yeah.
But they're like the one holding themselves back because they're stuck in their head.
Yeah.
They're like, is she having a good time?
Yeah.
Am I having a good time? This is a good time, right?
Yeah.
They're doing that. So we always do our show. With that night, we're going to be doing a Cantonese show.
Yeah.
So if you want, pop on down, do that. You
Yeah,
know,
do we
join us
have
in.
details yet?
Yeah, so basically just go to my website, funnyvivek.com, and has it in the calendar. Otherwise, follow me on Linktree, which again is on my Instagram. You'll see it all over there. Go check it out. If you don't speak Cantonese, again, don't worry.
Yeah.
The tension in the room itself is hilarious. You just got to come. So actually that night we're doing a special one. Normally we do like one show for couples, one show for singles, and usually every single time it's the same. Couple show, average audience, not laughing too loud, everyone have a good time, right? Single show, losing their shit.
Really?
Because that night they're like, we don't give a fuck, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Tonight,
we're
I
already
don't-
single. On
we're already
Valentine's
single.
Day.
Yeah, what's gonna be? What, you're gonna make me look worse?
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah.
So you have that, and that's the routine that I would
What
do.
is that? Do you from the last few years? Do you have a stats of like men to women?
It usually is
single
actually
show?
for the single shows. From what I remember, is usually women.
Really?
Because you must remember, a single man does not want to come to a room and watch other single men be funny.
right, of course.
They're like, this is even worse.
right.
I
And
need-
most of the comics are men.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of them, So even our lineup, that night we have one female, luckily, but like basically, yeah. And they're like,
Sure.
I'm not gonna come here to like,
Of course.
crush my confidence even more. Yeah, so it's always been female.
Yeah.
However, I have not heard even one story where that night the single female goes home with a comic.
Right.
Never had it
No,
happen.
no.
Yeah. So again, they're single, and they probably after the show still want to remain single. Yeah.
I mean, if there is any takeaway from this, is that like do not go home with a comic. That is just a generally bad idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so what you should do, like, if someone was on stage and they bombed, technically not a comic,
Yeah.
go home with them.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
And do that. So I will definitely bomb that night. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, well, hopefully we'll have more fun stories. If you do have any of the tourist ideas, send it over.
Yes.
Valentine's ideas, send it over.
Yeah.
If you want to watch Valentine's show, come watch the show.
Also, Disney, Klook, get in touch. Hit us
Yeah.
up.
Let us
Slide
know.
into our DMs.
Yeah, if you want to, I know, like, buy us out.
Yeah.
Disney, you're buying, like, Star Wars and everything. Hey,
Yeah.
why not get Hong Kong? I'm sure you will benefit from it. So give us a call.
There you go. Also, objectively, if you are on the fence about it, listen to the entire episode. And
Yeah.
see how highly we talk about
Yeah.
both Disney and Klook.
Exactly. We're worth it.
We are worth it. All right. Talk to you guys next week.